Kaleidoscope Klan. How's everyone doing? It's Mariposa Maát, and tonight is the Thursday of Semana Santa, which is the week of Easter. It's a spring holiday where people aren't in school, and they have a lot of different activities all throughout the week that are religious that I have no connection to. But apparently Thursday is a big night because everybody is out here. I mean, it's one of the busiest nights I've seen. They're all going into the church with chamomile in their hands, so I guess it's like an offering. But I mean, like, there are hundreds of people in line. And this is just at this church. I believe they're doing it at all the churches because the streets are packed. So anyway, that's neither here nor there, except that, you know, it really substantiates that there's a really good energy in the air. Lots of families, the vibrations are high, and, you know, there are a lot of people, so I'm feeling good. But I wanted to come on to talk about this Blue Origin flight with these celebrity women. It's funny, because I really didn't follow it until after it was over, and I started seeing the reaction from it. Because, I mean, it's not the type of thing that I really care anything about. I don't focus on it because it disgusts me that, you know, they're distracting us with such a waste of money. And to then see the way it all played out, I did not expect it to be as superficial as it actually was. I didn't even know Gayle King was going to be on the flight. I knew Katy Perry was. Like, I had heard that some time ago that Katy Perry was going to go into space. And I was like, so what? But then, like, seeing, like, the video from when they were inside of the capsule, like when they were in space, and just how much they were focused on themselves and not actually on being in space, and just how much of a photo op and social media ploy it seemed to be.
1, 2, 3, take it up space! Tamir's in space. It's okay. Leave Flynn up there. Flynn, bye. Flynn, I gotcha. I gotcha, Flynn. Gotcha. Proud of you, Flynn. Flynn, can I get that? Oh, the moon! You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon. That's amazing. Wow, look at the blue line. Oh my gosh. Oh my goddess. Oh, that's our cute moon. Okay. Now it's time to check out. Oh my gosh. Whoa. That's amazing.
It really was pretty ridiculous, and from what I've seen, people are catching on to that, you know, but me personally, I think a lot of the space stuff is fake anyway. I mean, like, when they showed how they opened the door and they made them close it and pretend, like Jeff Bezos opened the door when it was just for show. I think a lot of the space stuff is for show, because how would we know? I especially think that the moon landing in the 60s was for show. I don't believe that even happened at all, because if people are getting stuck on the International Space Station, and, you know, if they're having all of these challenges, the space station is like 1/10 of the way, I believe. I think I have to look at that. It might even be 1/100th of the way to the moon. And okay, so it was really important to me to get the correct information on the distance the difference between the distance from the Earth to the space station and the Earth to the moon, okay? The distance of the Earth to the space station is 400 kilometers. The distance of the Earth to the moon is 384,400 kilometers. So the moon is 384,000 kilometers more than the distance from the Earth to the moon, because it's only 400 kilometers to the space station. So they got stuck on the International Space Station for months and couldn't get back. And we are to believe that in the 60s, they traveled all the way to the moon. Took a good video of it too. Well, for that time, in black and white. And had no issues. I don't know. Not to mention, there is the radiation belt. There are 2 radiation belts between here and the moon. And those radiation belts, the inner belt extends from 1,000 kilometers to 6,000 kilometers. So that's 5,000 kilometers long of just being inside of radiation. And then the outer belt is from 15,000 kilometers to 25,000 kilometers. So that's another 10,000 kilometers that they had to go through. And they had only just discovered it in 1958. So these belts are like radiation, and it's like going through a microwave. And it's supposed to pose a health risk and all of that. And it tears up like satellites and all that. So how were they able to get through it? It's called the Van Allen belts. They don't teach us a lot of these things, but it's all on the internet, everyone. So I'm just saying, no. And I have actually seen where they have shown a set where they had filmed it like a movie, somewhere in the desert or something. So I don't know. It would definitely provide a lot of money for space programs that wouldn't be going to space programs. I know that much. So I'm not going to be pushing the whole idea of the moon landing not being real that much, but I do want to ask you, if they went to the moon in the 60s, why haven't they gone back? I saw somewhere that they said it was the budget. Are you serious? Actually, I think it was AI. I think I asked AI, why haven't they gone back to the moon? And it says that it's because of the budget. That's clearly BS. If they had ever been to the moon in the 60s, we would have had it taking place on the moon by now. Okay? Not only would they have gone back, but they would have done all kinds of things just to show dominance in the space world. But I guarantee you that there's something very fishy about the moon landing. Think about it. Look it up. Research it yourself. So anyway, I'm very cynical about promoting space. I think that it's ignorant to do that before we take care of where we are, because that's what 99.9% of the people on the earth are concerned with, are taking care of the earth. Only people who are too rich are like fantasizing about going to the moon. It's just not, it's not a thing, you know what I'm saying? Most of us would be very happy to be on the earth as long as we took care of the earth and as long as it was healthy and really developed to be the paradise that it should be. That is a much more uplifting idea, you know. I'm very skeptical. So, you know, the fact that they put these women in designer outfits from some, was it Oscar de la Renta or something? Some designer made the outfits, and they had so much makeup on and wigs and stuff. Like, to me, that is so not necessary. And I saw what Godfrey, the comedian, had said. He was like, why haven't they interviewed the real women who actually did the engineering? There were 2 women who were involved in actually doing the scientific engineering part. And they're not celebrities. Why didn't they at least talk to them about who they are and be interested in their very critical role? Because anybody could have ridden in the capsule. Anybody could have done that. It doesn't take smarts to do that. But if we're going to uplift women and talk about the important role of women and how women need to have a role in space, we need to talk about the women who have the exceptional intellect to actually, you know, carry their weight in that way. Now, mind you, I don't believe that women need to prove anything related to going to space. I think that the fact that we can have babies and, you know, do the special things that we do, you know, offer the special things that we offer is more than enough. We don't have to prove ourselves in space. But if we do, I think that we need to really be serious about what it takes to do these kinds of things, okay? And to relegate it to just putting on a cute outfit and taking selfies, you know, inside of a capsule is not really exciting or inspiring. It's not. In fact, it looked pretty disgusting. The scenes that I saw looked pretty, I think disgusting is the word. Yeah. It was nauseating. The superficial plastic type of focus that was put on these people. So anyway, I'd be really interested to hear what my audience thinks. Please let me know, because I mean, when it comes to politics and the media and what they're promoting, I'm gonna be honest, I'm very cynical. I'm very cynical, I'm very suspicious. Yeah. So, I'm interested to think, is there anyone out there who is excited about the fact that millions of dollars were spent on this flight for these women to go and like float around for 4 minutes? Is that important in our world? I don't know. So, those are just my thoughts on the Blue Origin situation. When I look around, I just don't see how it's relevant in any of these people's lives. Our lives go on as normal, and I'm sure a lot of people don't know about it still, which they don't need to. Okay, so thank you, Kaleidoscope Klan. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. On this channel, I'm very happy just to share my authentic journey through life since I've left the United States. It's been a wild ride, a wild adventure, that has helped to heal me in many ways and has transformed me. And that is why my motto is always to embody your sacred transformation. Until next time, this is Mariposa Maát.